This question comes from Eric from Mint's Facebook page. And Eric asks, when is it better to own a house than to rent? This is a great question, Eric. And it's kind of a timeless question, but it's also a very timely question because with the foreclosure crisis that we've been through, we've seen a drop in the prices of housing across the country. And with rates where they are today, it's actually a great time from an affordability standpoint to be considering your first home. So that's the good part. The things that you need to consider as a first-time home buyer, the most important consideration that I can throw out there for you is that you need to be committed to being a homeowner. It's a little bit different than being a renter. You're going to have to, any maintenance or repair work that needs to be done to the property, you're going to be responsible for that. So that's a big difference. It's kind of like a marriage or having your first kid. This is a commitment that you're going to have for a long time. From a standpoint of how does it make sense from a financial perspective on an investment on a house, you're probably looking at a commitment of about 5 to 10 years in order for the price of housing to come up and for that investment to make sense. So think about this in a long-term sense. The second consideration is going to be not to get in over your head. One of the factors that is most important in home ownership is, can you afford that property? Typically, a good rule of thumb for that number is you're looking at about 3 to 4 times your annual income is kind of a good starting point for your affordability. Now the question comes in, can I afford the house that I want to live in compared to where I'm renting currently? And also you have to factor in, do you have the down payment that you're going to need in order to get into that house? So that is indeed an important factor in considering. And then the last factor is to compare the payment. So if you're looking at paying maybe $1,200 in rent currently, where are you going to be on your mortgage payment from an affordability standpoint? So there's some great tools out there to figure out where affordability is. One great tool that you can use is the New York Times came up with this rent versus home ownership calculator that you can use, and the easiest way to find that is to Google it. You can just put in New York Times rent versus own, and you should be able to find that. Thanks for the question, Eric.